I'm doing one of my favorite things. Um, People watching. I like to do that. It's kind of nice. If I have some time, I will sit in my car and I'll pick a spot where there's a lot of activity. It just keeps me appreciating. I appreciate like the people and their fashion sense and the laughter that they're you know expressing at that time. It's usually when you're out to eat, you're in a good mood, and after you've eaten and you've had a few drinks, you know what I mean? If that's what you're into. I'm just saying, it's usually a good time between friends and or family or whatever. Even if you're by yourself. The restaurant I wanted to park near was more of a higher end, but it was like no stopping, no stop. I don't want a ticket. This one's okay. This one's okay. So anyway, I hopped on here because I don't know. Because I had to basically go through so many what felt like chapters just to kind of get to something that seems so simple. If we could just help each other out, you know what I mean? As far as like, once you understand this, which I believe I do, so it's like you've got to experience this. You've got to experience this. So the reason why I said in my last video I was a special being. So here's what I think is beautiful. So I said before that universe allows me to look at my videos. So by that I meant I could look at the video and then see where I could now post the next one based off an area that I'd like to clarify in that. Like I may have said something or I started to say something and I didn't quite complete it because it must be understood. All right? So but if it's too many words and da-da-dee-da-da-da, it's like, oh, land the plane, lady. And I'm here to land the plane. I'm here to tell you that you have nobody but yourself to rely on to navigate this place called Earth, this planet, this beautiful, beautiful place that we find ourselves living in, on, whatever. Does it really matter? No. What matters? How I'm feeling. That's what matters. Why don't I read? Why was I saying I'm a special being? Because I feel as though people are always trying to find a reason not to believe. And for the most part, I feel like, not that God goes there, but God is tired in the sense of like, there's too much confusion. There's too much, hey, look over here. Hey, look over here. Hey, it's this. Hey, it's that. When in reality, you have congregations of people listening to one voice when it's like, wow, oh, okay. You have your own. You have your own. You have your own voice. Your own inner knowing. That's telling you what to do, where to go, how fast to go, when to slow down. It's beautiful. Just trust it. Just trust it. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And this is nice. This is real nice. The car just said 444. This is really nice. So that's all I'm here to say, friend. Yes, I can call you friend because I'm only trying to look out. Because if I had someone, I don't even consider this hand holding. I consider this, me openly sharing how it is I'm understanding everything that we've all been exposed to. You know? That's all. I went into a Walmart the other day. I was looking for a plunger. And, I picked one. I had a choice of two. Grabbed one. And I didn't have my actual credit card with me. I only had the Apple Pay. Right. Well, yeah. Tap and pay. Walmart doesn't accept it that way. And I asked the lady, I said, well, where do you know where I could find a plunger around here? I said, it's a mini mall. And she's like, oh, Lowe's is right next door. It wasn't really next door. Like what would one of us would consider next door. It was a nice little trek, but it was a nice day. So I took my behind over there. And do you know, as those doors open, man, did my spirit lift. It's as if the one store before was just dreary. And when you think about it, in certain areas, again, no judgment, but have you noticed like there's a temperature or like a certain areas, certain stores you go in, it's like the lights are dimmer, the customer service is it's like, why when I go to this part of town things are nicer, So I guess the same reason I just mentioned what I said with the more affluent restaurant behind me and this so-so one over here. But either way, it doesn't matter. It's more so doing what's pleasing to you, right? It's like, who cares what anyone thinks? Their opinion does not matter. It's what feels right to you. Listen, if it feels right to me, I'm going to follow what feels right to me, okay? I'll see you when I see you. That's where you got to be. Yep. See you when I see you. Well, you're crazy. You're this. You're that. You're listening to the voice of God. What more powerful voice is that than you want than that? Why would you listen to anything else? If you're a believer, if you're a true believer, that's where it's at, as far as, not put your money where your mouth is, but put your money where your faith is. Right? You say all these things, how good God is and all the wonderful attributes, and never stop to realize that you yourself have to embody those attributes in order to align with what you're asking for and receive it at the same time. Am I making sense? Right? You have to be what it is you're asking for all the time. So be nice. You know what came to me not too long ago? I told you about the music, right? So it was kind of like those old children's songs that I know I used to listen to. There's one that kept ringing all day. It's called Jesus Built the Church on the Rock of Our Faith. His power over me is love. Jesus built the church. I think those are the words. I'm going to look it up. Once I'm done with this video, I'm going to go play it. And I remember singing it, and I remember, there was like a little hand, like, coordination, like that little dance or whatever. Like, it's like the church, and then it was like, I can't demonstrate because I'm still holding the phone. I'm still holding the phone. Where I'm parked is right under like bright lights. So I have the visor, but like look at this light. So I couldn't keep it this way, or that way rather. So I'm holding the phone. I'm getting a little chilly, honey. Let me see, I want to turn this on, right? Because I too, I follow everything, baby. I'm practicing what I preach. Universe said do it in front of everyone, and I love God, and I am just listening to what I feel is the voice that I've always listened to. The voice that said, hey, give this person your seat. Hey, don't say that. Hey, it's okay. You forgive that person. What else does the voice say? The voice says, I'm not going to worry about what this homeless person does with the money. It's none of my concern. They are in need. I have the means. Here you go, my brother, my sister, and keep it pushing. I've had passengers in my car, and by passengers, I mean, like, these are my friends and family. They yell at the go get a job, and you're not wrong. But what if they can't get a job? What if and then it's just like, it's just not nice. It's just not nice. And you want nice. You want to feel nice in your body, got all these aches and pains. You're falling apart. You're losing limb after limb. You're getting diagnosed. Man, it's insane. You can believe me? You cannot. So it's really, and that's the beauty of being here on this planet. You have choices. You have choices. Got choices, baby. You could choose to say, what is she talking about? Or you could choose to say, holy moly. That's what I did. I used to write a lot. I wrote a lot, and I stopped writing. And it's like, now I'm speaking now. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I'm not worried because not worried. Like I'm in the city of Philadelphia, and this van has 2 eagles on top of it, and it's decorated, and it's playing music, and it drives around, and I don't know what that is. There's some serious fans out here. I know that. I moved to this city, and I was just like, oh my God, I've never seen fans. I promise I'll go back to what I was saying, but you would have laughed. I worked in the ER as a tech. Just I want to show you about these fans, right? So I worked in the ER as a tech, and I had a little owl on my badge, like a little badge holder. And do you know, I went into this room for this gentleman, check his vital signs. And do you know he would not allow me to check his vital signs? Like, he gave me a hard time because I had the owl, and it represented temple, like I guess temple owls, and then he was whatever he was, and I was just like, oh my God. Like, anyway, people are fans. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, calm down. Be a fan, but that was weird. Like, you're literally in the hospital, needing your vitals checked, and you're not well. Like, you're in the hospital bed, and you choose now to do this, sir. But anyway, it's all love. I promised I wouldn't lose my train of thought, so I'm gonna take a minute. Okay. So to me, that's alignment, right? happened to open the window. I would have heard it if I didn't open the window. And the jams aren't that bad. I don't know what he's playing or she's playing. The windows are very tinted, by the way. But it's like, it's like, hey, right? What was I talking about? I think it was something fun. I feel like I had a great story to tell. I know I said the thing about the Walmart. All this to just like give examples of I think I was about to talk about, I said I used to journal a lot. Yes, I journaled a lot, and then I stopped, and now I feel like led to speak about what? Speak about simplifying all this information that's coming at us. Just to remind everyone that, God does love you. The God that you say you believe in, that you're believing in for whatever it is. Right? Excuse me. And it's not just God, right? It's God, it's Allah, it's Buddha, it's whomever, whatever. Stop with the this religion, that religion. It's not. You're all human. One. Just one. Does that make sense? Like, we're human. So, stop with your belief, my belief, this and that. No matter what it is, the core is love. And that's where you have to start. Because you're all love in whatever sanctuary it is, Be it prayer time, be it a mosque, be it a synagogue, be it a church, be it whatever. Where 2 or 3 are gathered, right? At least in the Bible, that's what it says. It's wherever you call church. You're fine when you're in that state, right? But what happens when you start going through your day-to-day? How nice are you? How pleasant are you? How kind are you? How understanding are you? How compassionate are you? How free are you? How much do you complain about what's going wrong? You ask someone, how was your weekend? I barely got any sleep. And it's like, I don't mean to mock, but like, it's Monday morning and it's 7 a.m. I have to pull out of you. Well, what'd you do for fun? Because you just all have a tendency to just start talking about what went wrong. All the sleep you didn't get. And how tired you are. I find that
Pardon?
Sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to touch anything. Pardon. That was cute. The car said...
Would you like help?
No, ma'am.
Would you like to delete the stopovers and enter a new single destination?
No, ma'am.
And...
Okay. That's funny. Universe is funny. So, let's play. So, the first thing I said, pardon. Pardon means, sometimes says, my pardon. What did you mean by that? So, what did I mean by what I just said? There's more for me right now. Just more thoughts, just going. Same thing. This is like me calibrating. Oh, okay, pardon. Okay, I was talking about the church and the people in the church, and knowing that you're loved. You're loved so much that, I'm here to just say to you that the God that you're believing in for whatever it is that you're asking for or desiring or wanting, all you have to do is start being more loving. And with yourself first. And with yourself means not engaging in things, certain conversations, certain literatures that take you there, that kind of like, if they don't uplift, if they don't inspire, if they don't bring you happiness or make you smile or laugh or any of those wonderful feelings, if anything you're doing with your five senses does not take you there, it's just not it. And it's time to start. That's how you align. And you just watch things get better little by little. As they start to get better, appreciate the little. Don't be that person, you get $1 and then you're like, oh, $1? No, appreciate. Be grateful. That's a lot for someone who doesn't, right? Like, isn't that something, a nice thought that no matter what it is that you're either going through, someone else may be going through something far worse, or someone else is looking at your life and saying, wow, I wish I had that. And you're like, this? Yeah, you gotta appreciate. You are where you are. You are where you are. And it's gotta be great. It's the only way you can, again, keep that heart, that your being. It's the only way you can keep your being sustaining how it is supposed to be feeling all the time. Right? Plants need water. Right? Plants need sunlight. Some less than others. Right? That's plants. And then each different plant. Right? Some like the shade. Some you just need a little bit of water. Some you need a lot of water. A lot more, meaning you have to water it more frequently. That's a plant. Right? That's what it needs. What you need as a human being is to feel good all the time. And what I've learned is the best way to do that is to go inward. Remember, God loves you and wants to give you the best, wants to give you everything that you are asking for. Why? Just because you asked for it. Just because. God is not saying, why you want that? No. God wants to be like, that's it? That's all you want? Like, you could do way better than this. That's it? God wants you to dream bigger and will give you bigger. You just have to align. You just have to feel better. Do your best to feel better, no matter what's going on. Don't allow the drama, other people's frustrations, other people's heartaches. People are pulling on you. I'm not saying don't care for others or don't serve others, no, but you stop, Why should you be the one that has to pick up everybody from the airport? You know what I mean? It's not that you can't do it, but sometimes you just need a minute. Because picking people up from the airport is not a fun task. It's not fun. I've done it. You're never where you're supposed to be. It's never the right spot. To constantly move. That's a beautiful truck. Let's get the show on the road. On that note, I'm out. Let's get the show on the road. That is too funny. That's right. Yes, land the plane, and I'm gonna keep landing it. Like I said, yeah, go inward. That's all. That's all you're gonna hear from me from now on. Is I'll give you examples from my life, funny stories. I don't mind sharing how I calibrate, how I move, land the plane. You do the same thing. You start to see little changes in your life. You appreciate. It keeps you uplifted, aligned where you're supposed to be in order to receive more. Okay? Okay. One. Okay? Bye.